The town believes it's imperative to switch to cleaner options. Now, what are these cleaner options? Do you have an idea? Ariane Cecile does. Let's take a look.
A one-year survey carried out in the town of Mbalmayo, a locality situated on the outskirts of Yaoundé, reveals that 55.3% of the inhabitants use solid fuels like wood, sawdust and charcoal to cook. In a sample of 400 participants, the findings also indicate that 44% rely on gas as their main fuel for cooking.
We also, during this study, looked at the level of air pollution in households and direct exposure of ladies or men to the pollution. And we found that in households where they were using LPG, the level of pollution was low and very low in comparison with households using charcoal or wood for cooking. So this confirms what is already known in the scientific world, that use of solid fuel is associated with high level of air pollution, while the use of clean fuel is safe for the health.
In the field, researchers noted some factors that serve as barriers to the use of clean fuels.
In more than 50% of the households, men are involved in the decision-making on what kind of fuel they have to use in their households. So the recommendation that we can give is that during sensitization, because so far only women and children have been involved in sensitization in issues concerning household air pollution, because in our context, women are those who are involved in cooking, and children are also involved somehow, because sometimes for little babies, the mothers have to carry them along while in the kitchen. But our study is proving that men are supposed to be involved in sensitization because they are the ones having the financial power. If the man doesn't give the permission or give the money for the switching of the fuel type, then there will, of course, be no change, no matter how much the woman is informed on the polluting effects of biomass fuel.
First of all, the cost. They were complaining of the cost of the initial equipment needed to start using gas. They complained of the cost of the refills. They also complained of the danger associated with the use of gas for cooking, and also the availability of bottles, of cylinders, because here in Balmayo sometimes they don't have the different brands of gas being sold. And the distance from the households to the place of where they can buy the cylinders.
For the 40% who don't know when they will start using gas to cook because they believe it is costly, some measures are envisaged.
When you just see it superficially, you can think that LPG is more expensive than charcoal or than wood, which is not really true, especially when you are to buy charcoal or to buy wood. When you add the daily money that you use, by the end of the month, you see that you have spent more than the bottle of gas. And when I was talking for the participation of council, through associations, we have different associations in our different quartiers and so on. Passing through these associations, we can have microcredit, and we have worked on it in Southwest, and even here in Balmayo, you have the microfinance organisms which can deliver microcredit to population at a very low rate of interest.
Given the negative health impacts of the use of biomass fuels, there are other ways of cooking.
I recommend the electric clean cooking to our populations. First of all, because according to what I have experienced, it's cheaper. It looks cheaper than using cooking gas, and it's safer than using, let's say, charcoal or wood firewood. It is possible nowadays to use an electric pressure cooker to cook food in Cameroon, like it happens in Kenya, Zambia, or Nigeria. What I suggest is people should use electric pressure cookers that are energy efficient. That is, they cook food with electricity but at a lower cost. If you just go to the market and buy any device that can cook with electricity, you will spend more with energy. And also I recommend that people living in rural areas can use the solar energy and specific electric cookers to cook food with. This is already possible, and maybe if we organize the next seminar here, I will demonstrate, because I already have the equipment that I have imported from abroad, and I believe that people can still cook food with electric, let's say solar electricity.
Participants at the survey have benefited from the initiative and wish for more sensitization to be done.
Nous avions l'habitude de cuisiner avec du bois dans un cadre qui n'était pas suffisamment oxygéné. Et maintenant, nous avons compris qu'il fallait suffisamment d'air et puis même améliorer nos foyers, c'est-à-dire construire des conduits pour la fumée. Et là, on se sentit un peu soulagé, on tousse moins, on suffoque moins parce que les cuisines sont aérées. Et ça m'a beaucoup plu.
According to the World Health Organization, over 3 billion people in the world use solid fuels to cook, leading to environmental pollution, and more than 3 million people die every year as a result of indoor air pollution.
A considerable option there. Thank you again, Ariane Cecile Mbok. Joining us right now is the CEO of Piping Gold Entertainment, Precious Piper. You're welcome.
Thank you, PP.
You're welcome back, PP.
Thank you.
How have you been?
I'm fine.
Yes, I see you've been quite busy.
Very, 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 very busy, like up and down. We are not gaining everything that we don't want in this society.
So when you say you're